Welcome to another episode of Pathways to Our Past, or PP for short. Isn't that right, Joe?
That's right.
Today we're at Arctic Valley on a military base just outside of Anchorage, Alaska. And what are we trying to find today, Joe?
Well, we're going to try to find a World War II era truck that was driven by a veteran named Bob Thompson in the 50s, and he and another guy were driving up a service road, and they rolled the truck off the side of the mountain, and Mr. Thompson was killed, and he was a member of Kastner's Cutthroats. He was an elite fighting force in Alaska during World War II to help repel the Japanese invaders. And so we're going to go see if we can find the truck.
Alright, so we're going to start hiking, and hopefully we'll find it. We do want to say, if you do come here yourselves to go hiking, be very wary of bears, because we've already seen 2 black bears on our drive up here. And there was a bear attack about 3 miles from here, and the person who was attacked did die. So be very careful. Just a little view of the mountains as we're hiking up. Is that what we're going up? Right there?
Yeah,
This is the service road that we're going to be hiking up. Arctic Valley also doubles as a ski mountain. Alright, we're partway up the service road, and we got eyes on the old Nike missile site. Is there anything you can tell us about that, Joe?
well, it hasn't been operational for a few years, but there's an effort underway to preserve it as a historical site. Haven't been up there before, but yeah, way up on top of a mountain right there.
What was it used for?
It had Nike missiles. I think they were for ballistic, nuclear-tipped ballistic missiles during the Cold War. I think there were some here and some at Kincaid Park, and this was deactivated, I think, in the 70s.
Very cool. We've hit a bit of a crest on the service road, and you can see through this valley down into the city of Anchorage. This is quite the climb. Joe, you want to repeat what you just said to me?
Hard to say what the grade is, but it's plenty steep.
Yeah, it is a climb.
When you can look up the trail and it's staring back at you, you know it's steep. Like a squall coming in from historic debris.
We have found the remnants of some ancient structure. Who knows how old it is? Probably before there was written history. This climb is not for the faint of heart. It is straight up. There's a couple of old bunkers over there. Here's the remains of an old ski lift.
Pretty serious. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, right.
So I think at one point this was the military side of the ski resort. So all this was there was a military side and a civilian side, and this is the military side.
So we found the fuel tank that was loaded in the back of the truck. We haven't actually located the truck yet.
Saw a moose.
Tank. We saw a moose. And what could be a grizzly bear den.
Yeah.
But that's the tank right there, so that's one piece of the wreckage.
Kind of wet and slippery out here.
Very slippery. Well, we found the truck after doing a lot of what Joe told me is called side hill gouging. Let me tell you, it is not easy. But we made it to the truck.
Right below a little cliff.
Right below a rocky cliff. Land appears to have landed upright, Joe.
Engine's still in it.
Still got the engine. There's the gas tank. There's still chains back here too on some of the tires. Do you know what time of year it was?
Well, I don't. I don't know if it's got chains on it. Oh yeah, it's got chains. So the chains lead me to believe it was wintertime and spring, you know.
See that?
But he could have been wearing chains.
Right there.
Could have been using chains in the summer just for traction, you know.
Right. It was steep.
So yeah, World War II Deuce and a half. I don't know if it's a GMC or
There's
Studebaker.
numbering and lettering, military stuff in the back.
USA W4
37272. Yeah, that cab is crushed. Alright, Joe.
Well, Travis, found a Miller High Life here in the old truck. Carefully brewed using the finest roasted barley, choicest hops, and pure water in Milwaukee brewing tradition.
I guess we have our premium beer.
Well, yeah, Travis, I'm going to give this one about a 4.5 beers.
Out of the 6-pack.
And for Mr. Bob Thompson, we're going to give him 6 out of 6 for his service.
And I will give our trip today 4 High Lifes out of the 6-pack. And I agree with Joe. 6 out of 6 for Mr. Thompson's service, and maybe a shot to chase it.
You can't tell if this is a Studebaker or a GMC truck. Can't find any data plates or distinguishing features. But they made 800 and some thousand of these things during World War II. So it's probably built 1943, 1944, 1945. Accident was in the 50s.
Alright, I think that's it for this episode of Pathways to Our Past. Mostly because the battery on my camera is dying. See you next time. A little bonus footage for you. We decided to walk down and check out the tank as well. Like Joe said, you could camp in there if you needed to. This thing is huge. What is this?
Probably some kind of asbestos coating.
Now I think that's finally it.